All right. I just realized I didn't plug my mic in. Hold on. We're back and we're live. Welcome back to our daily live feed as you are logging on. If you'd like to come work with me, posing.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, suits, and posing, all the fun stuff when it comes to competing. My mic is now in. I had my phone plugged in, not my mic. Now we're good. So, welcome, you guys. Tonight is a prep and program update night. So, for those of you that are new here, we started doing this a few months ago, where we bring our prep and off-season, all of our programming questions, and we just kind of chat and talk about this kind of thing and see how everything's going and discuss things. We always have coaches that come on during this time frame, so that they can actually put their 2 cents in when they have answers, that kind of thing. I talk about what's going on with my current programming, all of that. Good evening. Yes, say hello when you log on. Say hi. I will be screen sharing a few things over on YouTube tonight. SWS starts. Well, so when it comes to the group posing, we get there at 11 to have social time until noon. At noon, we go train. And then we all meet back up again at 2, and we pose from 2 to 3:30. So some people come for the whole thing. Some people just come for posing, whatever you want to do, right? But that's the schedule every time we have a group class. So tonight we're going to talk about programming stuff. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how my off-season stuff is going right now. Hi from New Zealand. What's up? And before we get into that, while we're waiting for everybody to get logged on, I'm going to talk a little bit about the suit sale. Okay, so we have the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale. The registration for it is open right now. What the registration is, it just gets you on the list that when we actually open the doors to the sale, you have access. We've had quite a few people write in and ask questions and stuff, so I'm going to kind of go over just the bullet points that you need to know for the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale, what's included in it, all of that, so that when we do open the doors, you're ready to go. If you are not on the list, that's what this QR code right here is for. You can scan this QR code right here. It's up on the screen. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, you can scan that right there. If you're on Instagram, you're more than welcome to list on Instagram. We just have a little bit more capability and features when you're over on YouTube and Facebook. We've got the chat up. I'll be putting up pictures, that kind of thing. So I just wanted to show you some of the details that are included in the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale. Because again, it's just easier for me to kind of tell you everything now than reply to everyone individually, which is what I've been doing. So let me go through this real quick, and then we'll start into the programming and all of that like we typically do. So first things first, what's most important, what you get in this particular sale is your suit. It's our highest quality, high top of the line suit. It's our luxe suit, covered in Prestos and Maxima cut stones. I have one sitting right here. I wanted to show you. This is one of mine. So this is the suit right here. So you guys can see this. So it's fully encrusted, and it is full, and it's our highest quality of stone that you can get right here. Making sure that you can see it on Instagram, and that you can see it here on YouTube and Facebook too. So this is the showstopper right here, right? This is what comes in the package. This is what you're after right here. Our luxe suit. It's a top of the line suit, right? So you get that. You also get 10 hours of posing coaching with me. So the 10 hours can be, individual. It can be through the Sundays with Sean. We were just talking about the group classes. It can be through my on-demand portal. All of those things, whatever method works best for you, which 10 hours. Yes, I know. I'm like, my whole thing, I want to get on stage so I can wear a new suit. Me too. Right? We also include a show day hair and glam service. So for those of you that don't know, I do hair and makeup at shows. So that is included in the package as well. You get a package of hair and makeup for your next competition. If I'm there, you can redeem it that way. We also do a jewelry ensemble that will complement your entire look. So it complements you, complements your suit, all of those things. So it all matches and everything like that too. You also get a custom posing suit. I wanted to show that really quickly because I wanted to show you the difference too. A lot of people have questions about this. So the posing suit is made to just throw into your gym bag and go. Like you can see, this is the posing suit top. It's a regular bikini top versus when we're looking at stage suits. Stage suits have a whole lot more oomph to them, right? These have a cup actually built and sewn into them. So it's an actual bra top. So you've got a lot of support and everything in there. You've got your that's our luxury lining in the inside, by the way. Everything's black, so you don't get tan stains, which is awesome. But the posing suit is actually put together completely differently. The posing suit is meant so that you can just throw it into your gym bag and go. You can pose at the gym, you can pose wherever you need to pose with it, and you just always have it with you. So the posing suit is custom made too, though. We can do it in lots of different fabrics, like the cherry fabric was one of the limited edition ones that we had. We also can do them in plain fabrics too, whatever you want. It's custom made for you. We have new tracksuits. We have new show day gear. So I'm going to show you, let me see. I think I got the picture up. If my screen share will come up. There we go. Oh, let me pop it. Let's see. Where are we at? Here we go. So this is our new tracksuit, one of them anyway. We have a few new things that we're going to be coming out with, and this is going to be included in the package. I'll show you this. Easier to show you the photo. Here you go. So this is a new sweatsuit. That's Angela. Cute little sweatsuit, right? It's a zip down. Has our little emblem on the side. It does have pockets, drawstring, and then it's got this cute little slit up the side here too. So this is one of the tracksuits options. Super cute. What else do we got here that's included in the sale? We got our activewear as well, which I can go back and get the activewear up. Oops, what did I do? Yeah, the new sweatsuits are super cute and they're so comfortable too. So this is some of the activewear. So I'll go ahead and share this with you too. So we have several different activewear pieces. This is a few of them right here. We're going to be adding new SKUs and everything as well. So this is some of our activewear that is included in the sale. Let's see. You get a luxury box, which our suits all come in luxury boxes. You also get a cutie case. Can you order the tracksuit or activewear separate? You sure can. Yep, you can order them separately. Yep. This is our boutique, if you notice. So guys, we're building a whole new thing. So some of you guys have gotten little sneak peeks of this. This is our boutique that we're building right now. It is active. It's usable. We're just not launching it big time because we want to make sure we got all the kinks worked out before we throw it out there and it all screws up. So, but if you're interested in getting any of this stuff, yeah, let me know. I can get you onto the site and you can get it. We've got our cutie cases. This is our travel cutie case right here. So they've got different straps. It's got the cutie case strap, and then it's got a bikini athlete strap. It's got a wellness athlete strap. But it's a travel case. It's like a little mini luggage for you. Little mini luggage. So that's also included in the sale. We do DIY kit from Liquid Sunrays. So I've got the DIY kits. You get one of these in your sale too. DIY kit. So you can do your own tan, right? And last but not least, this is something that we did for, we've never done it like this before. We did a golden ticket thing for Cuties Conquering the Stage this past year. So we're including a golden ticket in this particular sale. So this is your golden ticket. You like that? Golden ticket, right? So this is a big bonus. When you purchase through the sale, you can choose anything that's in the sale and get double of it. So like if you want another suit, or if you want more posing, or if you want another hair and makeup, you can choose that as your add-on. You get double. Cool, right? Yeah, the DIY kit is clutch. Absolutely. I use it for every show that I compete in. And the golden ticket also enters you into a drawing for a free Cuties Conquering the Stage 2024 ticket. So somebody who purchases one of these packages is going to get a free ticket to Cuties Conquering the Stage this coming year. And those tickets are worth over $1,800. So that's a pretty big deal. So if you purchase a package, you could end up with a free Cuties Conquering the Stage ticket too. So I hope that kind of answers everything. We only do 15 packages when we do this sale because it is so deeply discounted. You had to come back and watch. I just going through I'm going through the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale details before we get into tonight's feed, basically, because we've had a ton of frequent ask questions. We're doing frequently asked questions tonight, just so I can answer them all in one spot. So yeah, when this goes back up after the live, go back through and watch it so you can get all the details. But yeah, when I do these sales, I only do limited a number because they are so deeply discounted. It's discounted 75%. So I can only offer so many. And then we also just kind of, it's first come, first serve basis. So that's why the pre-registration thing is so important, because if you're not on the list and somebody else is, and they get the package and you don't, you're just out of luck till next year, and you can exchange different products, for equal value, that kind of thing. The Pro Forma Promise is something that's included in there as well. We do offer payment plans as well. And there's just a bunch of bonuses and everything like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I saw in here that was a frequently asked question. As soon as you purchase, you'll receive a welcome letter and an email that tells you everything that's in your package and how to get started. It'll give you a checklist, so then that way you know exactly when to get started on everything and how to get started on everything, right? We also do an onboarding call. When you purchase a new package, we do an onboarding call after the sale ends and get everybody onto a Zoom call, and we go through everything one by one. Just like I'm talking to you now, I'll do that with you once you purchase the package too. So all you got to do in order to have access to this, like I said, is just click on that Sizzling Summer Suit Sale QR code right there. It's also my link in my bio on Instagram, so you can do that. And that'll get you rolling. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But that should kind of give you the rundown until we actually open the doors next Tuesday. So the sale actually opens on Tuesday. So you want to be watching for that. You got to be on the list and then watching for that when we open. Cool. All right. So that takes care of our Sizzling Summer Suit Sale details. Let's get into our topic for this evening, which is I screwed up. So like I said, Thursday nights are when we kind of talk about programming. We talk about off-season, on-season, prep, ask questions. We've got coaches that are on here right now. I've seen a lot of them log on. So I always preface this by saying I am not a training and diet coach. That is not what I do. I only do posing and presentation. That is it. I have no desire to do training and diet, so don't ask. But I have been in this industry for, almost over 13 years at this point. So I know a thing or two. I've also been in the fitness game since I was 19 as a lifeguard. I mean, I was my first job was at a gym, that kind of thing. I used to manage gyms, all of that. So I know a few things in regard to this particular space, just a few. So I like to discuss this stuff. We can have an open discussion. This is your opportunity to ask questions, because here's the thing, guys, even if I don't know the answer, there may be a coach or a trainer that's listening on this live feed right now that does, and they can pop in their answer into the chat, that kind of thing too. So if you have any questions, feel free, go ahead and put it in. That's what this is for. Okay. So I kind of wanted to talk about my update this week. My check-in days with my coach are every Thursday. So my week this week was a little bit crazy, and I screwed up. So it was just a stressful week, as far as life stuff happens, right? So business stuff makes it stressful, that kind of thing. So if you follow me on my personal page, we have a fire pit outside. So we were doing a fire pit every night, and I'm sitting there and I just want to drink my wine, and my husband's sitting there with his nachos. I'm like, can I have a nacho? And before you know it, a nacho turns into a plate of nachos. And just goes from there. So the problem is that I have a very significant intolerance to dairy. So eating nachos with cheese is not a good idea for me. Though I can fit it in my macros if I wanted to, it does not agree with my body at all. So just doing that one thing there really screwed me up for quite a few days. I wasn't able to sleep well. My digestion was off. I wasn't able to go to the bathroom. It was just a big clusterfuck for 3 days. So, that one decision ended up being a spiral for a few days. Right. So that's why when I got into this week, and my check-ins, my weight was up, I felt inflamed, all those kinds of things. And And I know it was because of those choices that I made, right? No egg whites. Yeah, I don't do egg whites either. I found that out on accident by getting COVID. I figured it out. So I still don't do egg whites. I have no desire to do egg whites. But also, you know, on top of that, so it was Memorial Day weekend. We did a little staycation. And the reason we did that is because we were checking out a new venue for potentially for Cuties Conquering the Stage this year. So we checked out this new hotel. They hyped themselves up big time. And it was a massive disappointment, including the food. The food was a massive disappointment. And again, it just wrecked my stomach. So I just felt like my digestion still is not back to where it was supposed to be. Like, it's just not. I've been pounding water for the last couple of days and it's getting a little bit better. I feel like I need a few more days though to get it all out of my system. So, you know, checking in this morning, I felt like my legs and my glutes looked great, but I felt like my waistline looked like crap. So, but that's all digestion. My digestion's been a mess. You know, my digestion's been a mess. So, I just got to stay on plan. And this is why being very aware of what you're eating and knowing how food affects you is really important, because, you know, it can definitely affect your whole feel. Because the whole thing is like this week, I started feeling a whole lot more stronger. I in the gym, I've been pushing myself really hard. I've been doing new, you know, high weights and all that kind of stuff. I'm pushing really hard because I really want to grow my glutes and my legs. So with that, like, it's just been, that is inflaming me as well, because I'm pushing harder and heavier and that kind of thing. And then on top of the inflammation from the digestion issues, it's a bad mix, right? So in general, like, I felt actually pretty decent about my photos, except for my waistline more than anything else. My waistline just felt like it was blown out. And I don't know about you guys, like, we just got a comment on here about the stomach protruding. If your stomach is protruding, you feel shitty about everything else, right? So, you know, for the comment that's here about, is there a way to find out if what I'm seeing is belly fat or bloating? If you have a coach, your coach should be able to tell you if it's fat or if it's bloat. It's pretty easy to tell the difference. It's pretty easy to see what is what. Like, I look at myself today and I know my waistline looked inflamed. It's not fat. It's my body holding water because I'm inflamed. That's just water. You know, once I get my digestion back on track over the next couple of days, I make sure I drink all my water like I am right here. Once I do that, then I know that my body's gonna be back to normal and I'm not gonna have the inflammation anymore. My stomach's still flat. I just look like I think it looks like I've got a film of water over top of me because I'm inflamed. And part of that, like I said, part of that is because I've been pushing harder in the gym. Part of that is because I've been trying to grow. And when you do that, your body is going to hold water. When you rip your muscle apart, that's what it's doing. It's repairing itself. So that's part of it. You kind of have to be inflamed a little bit when you're growing. It's part of it. But it gets to a certain point where it is definitely too much when it comes to your diet and things like that too. Yeah, you can feel the water in your skin. And that's how I felt. That's how I felt checking in today. And again, like, I know my body really well. I've been doing this for a long time. I know when my digestion is on track and I know when it's not. And right now it's not. You know, right now it's not. It will be in a little bit. It will be in a couple of days, you know, that kind of thing. But it's just going to take me sticking to my plan to do that. Also, you know, full transparency, when I went through my monthly cycle as a female this past month, I had a really bad hormonal breakout on my face. I tend to break out the week before my period. I tend to do that. That tends to be the case. But this was really bad. This is the worst I've had in a very, very long time. My cycle was a little bit late this month by a few days. So I think it was just a buildup of stress, hormones, all this kind of thing, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, that was another thing that I did, is I went on to an antibiotic to kill the breakout too, the hormonal issue, which it is in a matter of just like a day. It looks 1,000 times better. So I'm really happy about that. But that's another thing that can cause inflammation. It was causing me stress in general because of the breakout. I don't like that. It was not good. Like, that doesn't make you feel very confident. You know what I mean? So, so just getting that under control is a big deal too. So I already, like I said, in a matter of being on this prescription for like a day, I feel my skin is 1,000 times better already, So all of those things, that's why I say I screwed up, right? And I think the breakout actually was triggered from eating chocolate. So again, going back to, I know what my issues are. I know what my body can handle and know what it can't. My body can handle dark chocolate, no problem. I eat dark chocolate every day. I'm good with dark chocolate. As soon as I pick up milk chocolate, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. So it was like a combination of all of those things. And also my skin is very sensitive just in general. So I started using a new face oil, and I think that didn't help. There's a lot of different oils out there that are supposed to help with hydration of your skin and all that kind of stuff. And so I tried this oil, and I think it made it worse. So, all of these things, you add them all together and they create a big clusterfuck of problems between your body and your face and all this kind of stuff too. So it's just a matter of, like something was mentioned here about like digestive issues and elimination diet. It's the same thing when we're talking about skin stuff too. You see a lot of what's going on inside come out through your skin. So you got to be careful of that. If you're having issues with your skin, there's something going on inside. And I know that for me, it was a hormonal thing, but probably a lot of it was stress, and exacerbated by my diet choice of chocolate, and exacerbated by my choice of using a face oil as well. So a lot of times you have to sit back and you have to start thinking, okay, what did I do different? What was working? What was not working? Where did I screw up? You know what I mean? It's like going back to an ex-boyfriend, but different. Sometimes you forget. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I didn't even think about it. When it came to the chocolate, I made chocolate cupcakes. Some of you guys saw them on my Instagram. I baked, and they were amazing. They were amazing cupcakes, but they were very, very rich. They were very, very dense, and they had all the things in them that screw my skin up. So I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. And then I'm like, oh, okay, got it. Makes sense. All right. So again, it's understanding your body. It's understanding your triggers, understanding what is going on. So yeah, I screwed up. I screwed myself up this past week. All those things put together screwed me up. But there's always a silver lining. The silver lining is my glutes look great. That's the silver lining. But it's just a matter of, okay, now I know what I did. Now I gotta just fix it, And I say this also to say everybody screws up. Everybody screws up along the way. Everybody messes up. Everybody does something wrong sometimes in their diet, does something wrong in their training, all those kinds of things. It's not the end of the world. Fitness is a lifelong journey. It's not something that's measured week by week. So if you screw up one day, pick up and fix it the next. Right. You move forward. That's right. Because what else are you going to do? You can't change what you just did. Now you got to fix what you just did. That's all, and this is the constant spiral that some people go down, right? They'll start, just have to get back on the horse. That's right. Yep. They'll start going down a good path, and then they'll screw it up, and they think they just messed up everything. It's like, no, you just screwed up for one meal, or you screwed up for one day. There are hundreds of days ahead of you, right? So just start over, pick back up, start again. Go back to what works. Go back to what you were doing before. It's okay. You're going to be all right. Again, I go back to, you've got to find the good in it. Like I said, being inflamed and having stress and all those kinds of things, they suck, but that's part of life. That shit's going to happen sometimes. You're going to screw up sometimes. It just is what it is. That's part of it. So what are you going to do? You're going to wallow in it, or are you going to pick yourself up and move forward? Right. That's right. Stressing on it will only hurt the situation. That's absolutely right. That's what it did for me too. Like it ended up affecting my sleep, all those kinds of things. And for me, I know my sleep is huge. And if you don't sleep, that's just going to exacerbate those problems even more. Right. So I have to put myself into a situation where I can rest and I can recover. That was the other thing too. So yesterday, like I mentioned, you guys here on here yesterday, I went and I got my Sculptra touched up yesterday. And so not thinking, you can't train after you get that done. So I got that done in the morning and I completely forgot. So I was supposed to train and do cardio yesterday and I couldn't. So I was pissed about that. If I was able to do my training and cardio yesterday like normal, I probably would have gotten rid of some of the inflammation. We talked about this before too. A body in motion actually helps. We talked about this last week, that it actually helps to clean out inflammation when you do cardio and all that kind of stuff. So that's another reason why I was even more screwed up today, because I did the sculpture yesterday and I wasn't able to train. So I wasn't able to train. I wasn't able to do my cardio like I normally do. And so my body was like, what are you doing to me? You son of a bitch. Right? So all of those things, they make a difference and they add up. And maybe one little thing, but you add another little thing on top and another little thing on top and another little thing on top. And before you know it, you're screwed, right? So that's where my check-in was this month. How about you guys? Like, have you ever gone through this? How was your Memorial Day? Did you screw up on Memorial Day? I know a lot of people screwed up on Memorial Day. I know a lot of people decided to just go way off plan on their Memorial Day and decided to go have some fun and decided to have some burgers and some beers and things like that. Did you guys do that? Comment. Let me know. Let me know. Be honest. I mean, I'll be honest. I screwed up. Like, I tried to log most everything, but I still ate stuff that I shouldn't have been eating. Again, it's not that. And I go back to, there's no bad foods, right? You can eat whatever you want as long as you are on macros and things like that. But you got to know how foods affect you, right? And I know I ate foods that affect me badly. So I know that I ate things that I shouldn't have eaten because I knew it was going to screw me up from the inside out, right? It's not that the foods themselves are bad. If you have no problem digesting dairy and things like that, then go for it. There is no reason why you shouldn't have dairy unless you're like in prep or something like that. That's different. It's Trump says in Canada. Well, okay, so whatever your equivalent of a Memorial Day is, then don't screw up on your Memorial Day, right? But yeah, like I said, and also, it goes back to a lot of White Claws. But I had wine. My husband and I went to a winery. You know what I mean? It goes back to also enjoying yourself a little bit. I can process wine, no problem. That's not a problem for me. But if I have too much sodium, too much processed food, too much dairy, all those kinds of things, that all really affects me. So yeah. So the thing about Mexico, so funny story, since you mentioned that, I competed in Hawaii a few years back and we turned it into a vacation, after the show. So we stayed for an extra week. Oh my God. Because I ate everything and drank everything. On the flight home, that was the most uncomfortable flight I've ever had in my life because I was so swollen from the food, from the sodium, from all that stuff. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. It was the worst flight. And if you realize, I live on the East Coast, so we had to go from Hawaii into California, and then it was another connection. I think we're in like Detroit or something like that, into over here to DC. Oh my God, it was the worst because I was just so inflamed. Oh, it was so bad. So I feel your pain, Aisha. I feel it right there. So more like yeah. See, and that was the thing. It kind of started for me in the weekend. It started when I had some of those chips and cheese. That's where it started, and then it just got worse from there. It just got worse from there. 2 birthday celebrations and a mommy day out with tequila. Tequila will get you too. Tequila will get you every time, right? No, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, and here's the thing. When I checked in today, my coach was like, you've had so many great weeks. It's okay to have an off one. Let's just get back on track, right? So every once in a while, you're going to have a bad week. It's okay. It's okay. Shit happens. You just pick up and you move forward. You pick up and you move forward. You do it again, right? So that's kind of how I felt this week. Now with that, I actually think by the time I get this inflammation out of my body, it's actually going to be a good thing because I did push really hard in the gym this week. I did feel like I made some progress. My legs were sore all the time. My glutes were sore all the time. So I felt like I was making progress in that scenario. So once I get the inflammation out, I actually think it's going to be a net positive at the end of the day. I think it's going to be a net positive. So I'm okay with it, right? I have a hard time checking what goals for the rest of the year. Yeah, you have to be honest too. And like I said, like when I checked in today, I said to Jamie, I was like, I screwed up. I'm like, I tried to log everything, but I know it was wrong. I did. I tried. I know it was wrong. What are you gonna do? Can't be perfect all the time. Now, if I was in prep, I probably would have had a lot more discipline this weekend, but I'm not. I'm still in off season. I'm still in building. So a little inflammation ain't gonna kill nobody. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What's up, Dad? My dad's on. My dad's here. What's up? So with that, it's like, you just pick up and you move forward, right? You pick up and you move forward. We all screw up. Everyone screws up. Pros screw up. Your top level pros, they all screw up. Every one of them. The difference is that they don't sit in it. They don't wallow in it. They don't get in. Well, they might get in their feels for a minute, but then they get back up and they move forward, right? As my dad's sitting here talking about pizza, and I'm talking about all the crap that I ate that fucked me up all weekend. Oh gosh, different lives here, different lives, right? So it's okay. Like I said, and at the end of the day, like I think it's going to be a net gain versus a net loss, right? So my point in all of this is saying too, if you screw up, just stop, turn around, and get back up on the horse and move forward, right? Get back up on the horse and move forward. It's okay. We all do it, right? We all do it. Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay to let go a little bit sometimes. Like I said, I wanted the chips and cheese. It is what it is. I really enjoyed it at the time, and then I've been paying for it for the last 3 days. No big deal. And that's the thing. Like, that's why typically I just don't do that. I just don't do it because I know my body can't process it. So I know it's not worth it to take that, that liberty, right? If my body could process it, it's one thing. My body can process most things. It cannot process dairy well at all, right? I know, right? Well, and that was the other thing too. That was the other part of it. I'm on a lot of calories right now. I'm on 2,500 calories, more than 2,500 calories. I'm in the 300 carb club right now. So I'm eating good. But I was starving all week, and the reason why I was starving is because I wasn't sleeping well, and that'll make your body want more, right? So plus I'm kicking my ass in the gym. So that makes you want more. I know whenever I train hard, that makes me hungrier. So all of those things, again, it just kind of starts adding up and balling together into one big cluster of a fuck. It's what it is. So, I started out yesterday. One of the things I did yesterday was drinking my ginger tea. Ginger, for me, really helps with digestion, aids in digestion. So I started drinking my ginger tea, took my Epsom salt bath last night. So that helped, again, pulled some of that inflammation off. Started drinking more water, kind of limiting my sodium a little bit just so I can get my balance back to normal. And just making sure that I'm not eating foods that are going to get me inflamed. No more cheese, no more stuff that's going to make me inflamed. No more high sodium things, right? Stuff that's going to help me get back to my equilibrium, right? Not for nothing, you were taking one for the team for trying to find the best thing. I know, right? Well, that's the thing. It's we really y'all, we got sold a bill of goods. These people told us they were the best thing. They said they were better than the Ritz. They were not even friggin' close, you guys. I'm not gonna dog this particular establishment, but let me just say they really oversold and really under delivered. Let me just say. So, yeah. So, this is what it is. I don't find sugar makes me more hungry, but then I don't eat a lot of sugar either. So I eat sugar right after my workout, post-workout, I'll have candy or something right after I work out. But that's about the only sugar that I really eat other than that, and fruit and stuff like that. So, but anyway, it's not even that. For me, it was, again, I think it was more that I was kicking my ass in the gym and then I wasn't sleeping well. So that's why I was starving the whole week, which is why I ended up caving and having chips and cheese. And that fucked my digestion up. See, it's just a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. That's what it is. So here we are. But again, just being back on normal foods and anti-inflammatory type stuff for the last couple of days, I'm already feeling better. And it'll just take a couple more days. Yeah, if I cave, I keep going to like. So I'll say I used to be one of those people that had a hard time with stopping eating. You know what I mean? I would eat, eat. Um, Funny story, when I was in college, I actually went into an eating contest with a friend of mine, and he was a 225-pound dude, and I beat him. So your girl can put away some food. When she wants to eat, she can eat. So yeah, that was that. Yeah. That used to be a big problem when I first started in bodybuilding. It's not anymore. Now that I do macros, it's not a problem for me anymore. That evening with the chips and cheese, I was like, I know I shouldn't be doing this because I know it's going to fuck my stomach up, but I just really wanted it. So, oh well, it is what it is. But then after that, I didn't have a problem after that. But again, then I went to the hotel, and the food was just terrible. So that was a whole other thing. I actually I had a tuna poke bowl. I had good stuff. I didn't have anything that should have screwed my stomach up, and it screwed my stomach up. So we will not be going there for cuties. We will not be going there. No, not going to happen. But that's why you go and you check these places out. You have to, because then you learn. And like they always say, like, the marketing is one thing. When you actually get there, it's like okay, this is the real deal. I mean, I had high hopes. They really, like I said, if they hadn't overpromised it so high, then it would be one thing. They just really oversold it. It wasn't even close to being as good as they said it was. So anyway, anything else anybody wanted to add in here? Any other questions people had? We had one question come in asking about bloating versus fat. So that we answered that question. Any other questions anybody else had for this evening? So, end of the day, my progress this week. I felt like my legs and glutes look great, nice and full and round, all that. I just got to get the inflammation under control in the next couple of days. So I'll get through the weekend strong. Talk about it Tuesday, right? Yeah. Yep. So this weekend we have a Sundays with Sean on Sunday. Again, we have another group class because we have DC Pro-Am coming up. So if you are coming, I will see you there. We got a pretty good group already signed up, so that's good. Then, like I said, next weekend is DC Pro-Am. I will be there with lots of cuties, but I will also be on commentary for that show, for the live stream. So if you're not local, get the live stream commentary. I'll be on there all day long, talking all day long. Tips for flying, preventing bloating and swelling. Don't cut your water. That's the first thing. Make sure you continue to drink water. If it's a relatively long flight, like if it's over 2 hours, make sure you get up and you walk around. I don't typically swell from flying, and that's because I do those couple of things. I always make sure I have an aisle seat. I'm an aisle seat person, because if I get on the aisle seat, then I know I can get up and I can walk around. So I make sure that anytime I fly, I get up and I just go to the bathroom or something like that. Every couple of hours kind of thing. That's the best thing you can do. Keep the water going and keep the movement. I typically don't have an issue with bloating and flying because of that. So, I know some people have to wear like compression socks and stuff like that. I don't have to do any of that. I just make myself comfortable, and just make sure that I keep the movement in the water. Just like we talked about last week, it really comes down to movement and water. Movement and water all the time, right? What else? Any other questions? I'll leave it open for another minute or two. And then, yeah, like I said, we just go into another week, and always find the positives, even when you have a week that's a little off. Find the positives. And like I said, my positive is that I did train really hard this week. And I do think I made some gains by doing that, So that's my positive. And then I think it'll all come out better once I get the inflammation down. Right? And while we're sitting here, if you missed it, I don't know how you missed it, suit sale right here, Sizzling Summer Suit Sale, QR code in the corner, free to register, sign up, put your name and email address on that list. That gets you access when we open up on Tuesday. If you're wondering what's included in the package that we are offering when they come out, I talked about that at the beginning of this live feed. So as soon as it comes back up and plays again, go ahead and watch the first 5 minutes or so. Showed some of the suit stuff, all of that, so that you can get an idea of what you're going to be in for, right? All right. So, and then this weekend, like we talked about last night, we have a ton of shows this weekend, right? There's a ton of shows to be paying attention to. So let's all stay in the loop. I'm assuming we got live feeds going, and if not, there'll be coverage on Instagram or something for most of these shows. So keep me in the loop, guys. If you hear anything, I'll be on top of it too. I do have clients Saturday, as usual. My Saturdays are always pretty busy, so I'll do my best to keep updated. And then we'll come back and review everything next week on Tuesday when we come back. Cool. All right, guys. I hope you guys have had a great week so far. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Sign up for the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale right here. And then I will see you back live again on Tuesday. We do open the Sizzling Summer Suit Sale on Tuesday, so be ready for that, okay? Once you register, you get all the details as far as when we open cart and all that kind of stuff too, okay? Have a great rest of your night. Rally up for the weekend. Have a good weekend, right? Stay on track. And then we'll see you back here again live on Tuesday. All right? Good night, you guys.